there, Cancer. Welcome to an end of June. Okay, what month are we in? 2023 Tarot Update. It's Raina here, kind of like a post solstice wrap up. What is going on? Now we are having the sun in Cancer, so happy birthday to those of you. Oh, well, this is High Priestess. That shouldn't be really that surprising. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, first off, the cards that I'm getting here really speak to Cancer individuals trying to get their thoughts in order, trying to get their emotions in check. And normally I would say, oh no, you have to let your emotions out, and, why are you holding it in? But sometimes people go the opposite route and they are indulgent in their emotions, and their emotions end up creating a kind of barrier for them to see a situation as they should, or be able to act on a situation that is problematic. The heart of the matter is the High Priestess. This is a card that really speaks to our spiritual side of life. And, you see this energy emanating from that kind of like purplish. I think that is the color of the sixth chakra, lighter purple, which is the third eye and things like that. And the reason that is so important is because our society really pushes the mundane mind. And so getting online, getting activated with the higher mind is really important, but it doesn't happen to people just by taking a course or by getting a degree. It's something that can be rather spontaneous, and maybe you have experienced this. But this could even be like this idea that you sense that something is up, and your intuition will be your ultimate guide. So we have in the past placement the Three of Cups. Have any of you gone on retreats with other spiritual aspirants? Because I could see that, even though this seems like kind of just like a social card, I feel that it can be much more about communing with like-minded souls of some sort, and then feeling that sense of deep connection with them that maybe you've never felt. And some, maybe even with your own family, that you didn't have the same kind of connection with them. For other people, this can mean that your life and the people that you are with, perhaps you are finding that there is this emotional disconnect, because this is the challenge card, the Four of Cups, and you rule the fourth house, which is connected, the number 4 is connected to Saturn and structure. So it's not surprising that it would be that way for that particular house. But the problem can be that a person can feel rather torn. Like a Cancer person may realize that their friends are no longer compatible with them because of their spiritual growth, and they feel kind of guilty that this is how it is, because they don't want to hurt that person, and they just want to have maybe they think about all the great times they've had with that person, and yet it is what it is. And sometimes people will hold you back because of where you're at and where they're at. And you have to be okay with accepting that and not feel like it is an indictment against you or an indictment against them. The higher message is the Four of Swords. This can be, you can see the nest that she is sleeping in. And yes, it can be on the physical level, the rejuvenation that you are engaging in. And with the Three of Cups, it might be at some kind of a retreat. I would, when I think of the Four of Swords, though, I don't think of some kind of a shishi type of retreat. I think of something where the person is really disciplining themselves mentally. Maybe they're going off of the internet for a week or something like that. And or maybe it's vipassana. How do you say? I never know. I used to say vishpassana, but vipassana, whatever that is, meditation, where you go for 10 days and you have to be away from electronics as well. And the whole, Vipassana. I just like, I was like, thinking about it in my mind, and I keep saying, I always think there's an S before the P. I kind of want to do that sometime. So if anyone who lives in Illinois has done that one, or if anyone has done it, I guess it doesn't matter what state it is. Let me know your thoughts on whether you had a good experience with it. But it's a tricky thing because we're all different. So what might, turn somebody off might be my total jam. But yeah, so the whole idea is taking a breather from your everyday world. Sometimes it is that you have to kind of decompress and it has a physical component to it. Because even though this is the solar return period, you still will have the sun in your 12th house until it goes into the degree of your sign or your ascendant. So keep that in mind, that you may feel this need to retreat. What's coming in is the Ace of Swords. What a great card to get after the Four of Swords, because it really, I actually didn't pick it right after that, but I mean, this is how I read it, because it's kind of like mental clarity. And if you are looking to kind of, maybe there's even like a decision you have to make, Cancer, you have the ability to see things as they are. That's how I really see the Ace of Swords. I've seen interpretations that are, varying, but it's interesting that this particular illustrator kind of describes what I think of, like that mental clarity, but it's coming from that spiritual center, not from the mundane mind, but from the spiritual center, which is connected to the higher self, which the High Priestess is all about. So that's really awesome. And then we have the outcome, the Queen of Swords. And I think this card does sometimes also speak of a change, or a decision that has to be made. Queens represent the water element and swords the air. And the air has to win out because it has to be head over heart. It doesn't mean that the heart disappears, that you are hardened by a situation in your life and that you are making a decision in anger, resentment, or whatnot, but it's coming from a place of compassion. Maybe it's compassion for yourself and for what your needs are that you feel that you're not getting. So there's nothing in this reading where I can pinpoint, oh yes, it's definitely this area of life. I like to keep these readings pretty universal. And so for some of you, if you do have to move in a certain direction, just know that spiritually, when you are guided by your highest version of yourself, you're going to create the kind of outcomes that best suit you. And that's what you're really looking for. So, yes, I hope that this resonated with you, Cancer. If you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my double readings, and what better time for this more comprehensive package when it is your solar return, because this is a time when we typically think of like how we want the next 12 months to go. And I have a transits reading that covers whatever 12 months that are ahead of the person at the time that they order. And so it's like giving a feel for the energies around you as it pertains to everything. And, we're having eclipses and we just had one in Aries, but one in Libra that's coming up, and that's affecting the house that you rule in astrology, the fourth house of home and family. So these areas of home and career are really speaking to you, but depending on the individual's chart, it may not be in those houses necessarily sometimes, or whatever the house is, I should say, in general. And of course, there are other transits that are really affecting things. Now, then it's also including an hour of natal chart analysis of your birth chart, which I personally am much more interested in, because I feel like this is where you can take control of your life, because it's not like waiting for a certain transit, or if that transit even manifests in a certain way. So that's kind of my passion, is the natal chart, and I analyze that and look at, what kind of patterns you might have, what kind of gifts you might possess, things like that. That's called my deep dive reading, and I have one combining the natal chart and the tarot called the whole enchilada, as well as standalone readings. You can find out more information at the link below. I'm at RainaMoonAstrology.com. Thank you for watching. Bye.